incredible. Let's come back and just, I suppose, to wrap up the athletics programme and maybe look ahead to LA in 28. OK, we had a 3-year gap between Tokyo and now. With what was achieved, Irish athletes so close, so close to medals, and we had that experience tonight. How do we now build on this, Rob, first of all?
Dara, I see it, like I've gone to 5 Olympics and I come home and we all get caught up in the hype. The athletes come home and everything is forgotten about. Like even looking at some stuff today, like in this Olympic cycle, we've invested in all high performance sport, 89 million. We bring in net revenue into the country every year of 100 billion. So why can't these athletes come home from Paris now and give a guarantee that we'll double the funding for the next few years? Look at the impact that it has on society. There's loads of stuff that we can do. We need to fund more coaches. We have no PE in primary schools in Ireland. We need to have, like, there should be 2 PE days a week. We should have coaches going in following the GA model and have athletics coaches going into schools, because athletics is the fundamentals for all sports. And even if you don't end up a competitive athlete, you're going to have a healthier society, you have a more resilient society. There's loads of stuff that we can do, but we do need more investment into the sport. We need more tracks. We need more visibility of community tracks. We've one track in Cork, the size of the county in Cork, and it opened up just a couple of weeks before the Olympics, and that's privately owned by a university. So there's loads of stuff that we can do, and look at the success that we have. You know. Yeah,
I suppose. Well, Sonia, it's the perfect time for all of the Olympic sports with what has been achieved. Our biggest ever team. There's a massive homecoming on Monday. It's the perfect time to go and say, look, you need to back us even more, because elite athletes and high performance people, they've all achieved so much, but it's all about the next thing.
It is, and the thing is, you know, we can be satisfied with the results that we got here at this championships, and we can go through every result and you can see how we got it and how good it is, but we can't be comfortable with it. I think we have to say, yeah, it was great, but we can be better and we can move forward. And to do that, some athletes have to look at what they're doing right now and how can I be better, and often that can take a sacrifice to do that. Like, it can take sacrifice for people to go and look, well, who in my event is like me but doing better, and how can I be like them? And I mean, there's examples on, you know, Sarah Healy she trains with Keely Hodgkinson, and Georgia Bell, who got a medal tonight, so she's in the right environment there. There's Ciara McGeehan, went away to the UK as well. I'm trying to think who. Rashida's in America. Yeah. You know, so I think you have to look at how you can improve and how you can push yourself to be greater, to be better. Charlene is with Femke Bowles group at times. You know, so they're tapping into the knowledge and the expertise of other people who are doing better. And I mean, I can remember this from years ago when I went to college in America. I chose a college based where the athletes were better than me, because I didn't want to be the best. You don't want to be the best. You don't want to be a big fish in a small pond. You want to be a small fish in a big pond, and always reaching for the stars, reaching to be better and trying to learn all the time. So I think we have to look around, and even in Ireland, we can look at other sports and how they were so successful in these Olympics, like in the swimming pool, the rowing, the gymnastics. Like, what are they doing? They weren't winning medals, you know, before now. This is the most successful Olympics that we have had in Ireland, across the board, all different sports. And how can athletics, you know, tap into that knowledge, and, you know, what made the difference? Yeah,
like when you saw that list there on the screen while Sonia was talking of all the firsts at these Olympic Games, our most medals, our biggest ever team. But, you know, I suppose, as we say, you know, 7 medals. In LA, we'll want 9, 10. Actually, could so easily have been 9, 10, 11 at these games with some near misses. But it is the perfect time to go and push this even further.
It is, and you know, those 7 medals, like, were all spectacular. And for me, what I find quite interesting is the range at which it comes across. And then if you consider the impact of the Institute of Sport and Sport Ireland has made in the past 15 years, like we were talking about this today, sport is dramatically different and improved because of Sport Ireland and because of the Institute of Sport, but that is based in Dublin. And I think you have to consider regional hubs. You have to consider the whole country. And I know we're from Cork, but like, I mean, and we mightn't have mentioned it at all during this coverage, but you do, but genuinely you have to consider the whole country. And I think there's that regional hub for me would be maybe a next step on that Institute of Sport piece. And I know Sonia's talking about groups abroad, and there's definitely a place for that, and there's a place for consideration on that. But I think you can't you can't forget about your talent at home when it comes to people, when it comes to coaching. I think there's no point in having hubs and buildings without personnel. I think we need to invest more in people, and then your final point is your culture. But if you get your right people, you have your right facilities, your right people and your culture, there's no reason 7 shouldn't be 17. And I don't know if that can be done in 4 years. But you know, this Olympics is also a credit to the OFI. They have transformed themselves in the past number of years. It's unbelievable to all of us who would have gone through different Olympics. So it's been spectacular. We have to take all the good and build on all the good, because I think the country has loved the Olympic Games. I've loved seeing all the other sports, and we all here have children, and you'd love them to get involved in anything at a base level to keep them moving, keep them healthy and well. It's a very easy spend,
and
I think.
ultimately, it will save the health service
exactly.
billions, you know, in long term. So just invest in sport. Look how positive it makes everybody. Like even us walking around, Cork people walking around Dublin, and people rolling down their windows saying they love the Olympics, and it's great. You know, everyone's in good form. They love sport. We love sport here, and we need to capitalise, but we do need investment. And we need it because the girls are going to come off the plane, like when they won the medals at the Europeans, they'll be in the Oris, all of the politicians will be around. So put your money where your mouth is now, and let's back them.
And, you know,
and it filters down. It filters down. You know, once you have people like athletes like these with medals around their necks to look up to, then it just makes others want to be like them, and even just the general health and fitness of the nation is improved. But people want to get out there and be a part of it.
Like, they're the 2024 heroes.
Absolutely.
They're superheroes,
All of them.
like,
Yeah, they are. But another thing that I feel quite strongly about is seeing is believing, and we don't often show these sports. Like how often are we showing them, and is there a consideration of that? Because, you know, obviously I was female in sport, and I feel very strongly about that visibility. I have a daughter, and I think we need to show more of a variety of these sports. We shouldn't just be popping up every 4 years. And I know athletics does get some coverage, but you have to consider World Championships are on next year, Diamond Leagues are on, you know, from a national broadcaster perspective, whether it's that or the swimming or the rowing, and I know they are showing bits and pieces. There has to be a discussion around that, you know? So
and you have the continuity
You
of
can be sure it's happening. Yeah. Exactly. You guys have been fantastic. Thank you so much. I know.
You need a holiday.
Yeah, well, there you go. We can't sort that, but you never know. Poor Rob. I'll set you up with David Gillick. You can have a chat with David.
I'm going home to 3 women now. Leaving 2 and going home to 3.
You love it. They've missed you. Listen, you've been fantastic. It's been unbelievable to sit and watch these incredible athletes perform in front of you. OK, the men's marathon, 7 o'clock.